Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I have a beautiful project to share with you tonight, along with a cute treat holder to go with it. So let me show you how I got this gorgeous card to come together. First off, I am going to use the Poinsettia Petals bundle, which is one of my favorite things in the holiday catalog this year. It is a gorgeous stamp set with several beautiful dies that coordinate beautifully with it. I know I keep saying beautiful, but really it is. Let me grab the dies so you can see. Sorry, I've had mine out for die cutting, so they might not all be here. But these dies are just gorgeous, and the way they work is you have a die cut that will cut out the shape. It will also cut out one of the poinsettias here. You can also put this piece in, which will give you some texture. And so that is going to look like this because I've done them ahead of time. Isn't that beautiful? I love all those little details that are included. Not to mention that there's several sizes, 4 to be exact, of these poinsettias, so you can create all kinds of fun things. All right, so I'm going to start with this large label that I die cut. This comes from the Ornate Style bundle, and I die cut this from some Purple Posy cardstock. I also am going to use a Whisper White thick card base for my card and give this a good crease. Okay, I'm going to do a little stamping on this. Now, I want to take my poinsettias and layer them together. So I'm going to just do a little bit of curling on these petals, and then I like to make them a little bit dimensional because they just look so pretty like that. So just go around like so with each of these. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we've got the 4 different pieces. Now let's adhere them together. I am going to use some Seal Plus because this is a little stronger adhesive, which is going to work really nicely for this. So I've got these 2 layers. We'll add this layer. Right here in the center, and then my littlest one is kind of small, so I'll use a glue dot to adhere that like so. And I love that there's still all of that detail in the die. So pretty. Okay, we'll place that in the center. Now I'm going to kind of position this on here as I would like, and I wanted to add a little something to the background of this piece. So I'm going to take my white ink and this little branch image that comes as a part of the stamp set, and I'm going to just stamp that on here a couple of times. My white ink does not show up very well on my card stock here, my Purple Posy cardstock. So I'll take and run it through some white embossing powder, and we'll heat set that. That will make this stand out far better. And then we'll quick heat this up. Ooh, but first, I want to stamp my sentiment on a little piece of vellum. Ooh, but the real good question is, what did I do with my piece of vellum? I had it all here, and I lost my vellum. Oh, here it is. We're good. Don't worry. Okay, so in this stamp set is this beautiful Merry Christmas sentiment. So we'll stamp that right on here in the center of this strip of vellum. This is just 1 inch strip of vellum. Okay, and once again, since we're doing the embossing, I figured we'd do it all at once. So I put some white powder on there, and let's heat everything up. The embossing looks so nice on the vellum because it stands out. trying to make sure I got it all heat set. Okay, and then I'll do this piece. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to place this on here. Oh, perfect. Like that. I'm also going to take this and just kind of try and flatten it out a little bit after all that heat setting. And then I'm going to position this on my card popped up with a dimensional right in the center there. And this is so pretty, but what really makes this a wow card is I'm going to take our beaded pearls and just position one of these in the center, and that is really going to make this amazing. Okay, so when I position that right there, oh, so beautiful. Okay, next, we're going to pop this whole panel up onto our card. And to do that, I'm actually going to use just like an absurd number of dimensionals, but this is an absurdly gorgeous card. So it calls for such drastic measures as, I believe I have 13 dimensionals on here. That's just insane. I never use that many, but it's just so pretty, and we kind of got the warping that happened with the heat setting. I could probably put this under like a stack of stamp sets or something, and that would flatten it out. But since we don't have that kind of time, and I want this to be so gorgeous, we're gonna go crazy with the dimensionals. That's okay. They're inexpensive, and you get a whole bunch in a pack. Okay, so I've got that positioned on my card base like so, and that looks just gorgeous. Now I want to add my stamped piece, but I want to trim the ends off of this because it's a bit longer than I need for it to be my sentiment. So I'll just trim some of that off, and then I'm going to use my Pick a Banner punch, which is part of our holiday catalog. Oh, I love this punch. Oh, I've already been using it a ton. So we'll just punch the two ends of this and make sure I've got that in evenly. That's why I like looking through the back. There we go. And then this will fit right on here. Now to adhere it so that I can't see my adhesive, I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots on here underneath the letters so that they're not noticeable. And there we go. Oops, we're going to center it a little better though, like so. And that is so beautiful, but I wanted to add one more touch, which is going to be some of our crinkle seam binding ribbon in white. And this is just such beautiful ribbon. It's got a little bit of a wrinkle, which I know some people don't like, but I think it's gorgeous. It ties like an absolute dream. You can see it makes a very thin bow, which makes the post office happy and you happy, everybody's happy, and that is a good thing. And we'll just add it to this card. I don't know why I'm struggling to get the bow done, right? There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to take, and I'm kind of bending this in half so it sort of hangs down, my bow, and I'll adhere this with a glue dot. Now, what's really cool about this is because of all these fun products in the holiday catalog, I can create some fun gifts to go right along with this amazing, beautiful card. And isn't that a beautiful card? So I thought this would be the perfect gift set. So I have a beautiful card, and then why not make a little treat holder? So inside these are our mini coffee cups. You can place different types of treats in here. So I've decorated my little caddy box, or carrying box or whatever these are called. Sorry, I can't remember. And I've just used a 2-inch strip, 11 inch by 2-inch strip of my cardstock. And when I adhered this on, I felt like it really did a good job of adding some sturdiness to the box. Not that it wasn't sturdy before, but now it's like kind of awesome. And then I used some of our dies to create this beautiful little band. And I've just got, well, I tried just putting some candy in here. This is maybe not what I would put in here for the gift, but you can fit candy in here. This was just some that I had. And then I decorated the top. So let me show you how I did all of that. Now, all the supplies that I'm using will be listed below in this video so that if you would like to purchase any of them, you can do so at my online store, and I'd be so grateful for your business. Now, I took and die cut 2 of these pieces from the the Poinsettia Place DSP. I love this printed paper. It's so beautiful. So this is the pattern I used. I was looking for something neutral that would go nicely with my Purple Posy. I think this pattern would look really nice with it as well. And I'm going to adhere these 2 pieces together. Now these are from the Hug. Oh my goodness, here we go. Warm Hugs. I'm like, I know it has something to do with hugs. So this bundle, which is right in the beginning of our catalog, has some great dies that work perfectly with these mini coffee cups. So I die cut one of the stitched circles out of here, or the stitched circle. I'm also going to take some of my Seal Plus and use that to adhere the tab to this. So I've got one long piece. I'm even going to burnish this a little, just to make sure it adheres nicely. That's why I like using the Seal Plus, by the way, because it does adhere really nicely. And I had a feeling I was going to run out, of course. So I'll put a refill in quick. It's a good way to show you that it's quite simple to refill this. Just going to pull this out and pop this in, and we are good to go. All right, now I'm going to put some adhesive on here. I'll put just a little bit more. I want to make sure we get good coverage. And then I'm going to wrap this around my coffee cup, and I think I'm just going to put a little dab on here again just to hold everything in place. And it's working really well because it's sticking. Note to self, figure out where you want it to line up first. It's going to go about in the middle is where this lines up. Here we go. This happened a little easier on my first one. There we go. But I liked putting that adhesive on there, and then I'm going to burnish this just so it stays in place. So I've got a cute little wrap around my coffee cup, so it's all decorated. Now for the lid, I'll take and adhere this stitched circle on top, like so. And then I've got my 2 beautiful poinsettias. And we'll adhere this right on top with our dimensional and a little more Seal Plus. And finally, I'm going to glue dot another one of those beautiful beaded pearls right on top. Oh, so cute. Now what's really cool is you can take and put in here a gift card to Starbucks. It will fit in there like a dream. How cool is that for a gift? So here you go. Such a pretty little gift. And of course, if you want to decorate the top we can most certainly tie on some ribbon. In fact, I think I'll do a double length of this. And ooh, I could use, I'm just changing my mind a little here. I could use some of this olive ribbon to kind of mix things up a little. I'm going to cut them at different lengths. That way they're not tied exactly together, which I think will be pretty. So we'll just tie this on, and then you have a lovely gift that really just takes a few moments of time to create. It's not terribly involved, but it looks gorgeous. Now, when I was making this wrap for this box, I did not stamp the poinsettias around the wrap like I meant to, because I was trying to adhere, well, I was adhering it, and then I just got carried away. So I would probably stamp some poinsettias on the side. And actually, let's see if I can do that, because what I can do is flatten my box out, so I bet I could still stamp on them, because I am crafty like that. Oh yes. All right, so we'll flatten that out, and I think we'll stamp a few of this kind of detailed poinsettia on here, and that would be so pretty. Let's grab a block. And I think I will use some Versamark ink on this so that it's kind of a subtle look, but still pretty. We've got quite a bit happening on here, and so we want to make sure that it doesn't take away from everything. What's nice about this is it's, as the ink dries, it kind of shows up a little better. Now, if I were doing this again, I would definitely stamp these before I started adhering them to my box, just because it would be easier to do. And if you get any on the box outside your strips of cardstock, it will look a little neater. Okay. But now, as you can see, as it dries, that subtle look is quite gorgeous. Okay, so to put this box together, you're just going to put this side in first. Okay, this one with kind of the rectangle cut out. You'll fold in the two sides, and then the last is the tab goes into the slot like so. And there you have it, a gorgeous gift card and gift set all ready for you. Thank you guys so much for stamping with me today. Again, if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies that I used to create this gorgeous ensemble, you can shop my online store. The links are in the description of this video. And thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything awesome. We'll see you really soon. Bye, guys.